Hi everyone, this is Yana and you're watching Card Month's video series. Today I'm showing a simple thinking of your card using a few supplies from Spellbinders and Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to begin working on my card by creating an inked background. I have a stencil from Simon Says Stamp and a piece of Nina Solar White cardstock cut to about 1/4 of an inch smaller than a standard A2 card. I'm going to tape my cardstock down to my work surface and also tape my stencil so that both pieces stay in place. I'm using washi tape to tape everything down, but any low-tech tape will do. I'm then going to begin adding ink to my background using Spellbinders Cotton Candy ink and an ink blending tool from Clear Snap. This color of ink is very light, or pale I should say, and I'm starting by adding just a little bit of color to my paper. You can barely see it there. I then decided I needed a heavier coat of ink and ended up picking up more ink from the ink pad and pressing harder onto my paper when applying it. I then peeled off my stencil to check how my background was going and if I was happy with the result. I put it back on and kept on adding ink until I had the entire background filled. To create an embellishment for my card, I used a butterfly die from Spellbinders and die cut a lace butterfly out of black cardstock. I wanted to have a lot of contrast on this card, so I went with black. You can use any other color you like, maybe go with pink or lilac for a less dramatic card. There are 2 dies in this butterfly set that I'm using, and I'm also going to die cut a second one, a solid butterfly out of vellum. I'm then going to die cut a tag, and I'm using 2 sets of dies from Spellbinders from their Celebrations line. I have an outline die from one set and then a cool diagonal stripe insert from another. I gotta tell you, I really like these tags. I have been using them for a lot of different projects lately, and I'm very happy with all the different combinations that I'm able to create by mixing dies from the 2 sets. Again, I'm going to tape my dies down to my paper and will send that through my machine. You do not need to emboss this. The insert works right away when you die cut. If you do add embossing, it's going to tear your paper, so do not emboss, just die cut. You could emboss it if you wanted to, but you'd have to use a much heavier cardstock for that. For my card base, I'm again going to use some black cardstock just to continue that contrast that I have going on with the black butterfly. Black card base really helps that inked piece to stand out from the background. I plan to place my tag and my butterfly in the top right corner of my card, and I also want to add a strip of black cardstock to heat emboss my sentiment on. I'm using stamps from Spellbinders. These are again from their Celebrations line. I've added some anti-static powder to my black cardstock to prevent embossing powder from sticking where it's not supposed to be. It's just going to help me keep my embossed piece nice and clean. I'm using clear sticky ink from Tsukinako to stamp my sentiment and adding white embossing powder from Stampandos on top. After my sentiment is heat embossed, I'm going to begin assembling my card. I'm going to glue the 2 butterflies together, the black lace butterfly on top of the vellum solid one, and I'm also going to glue them to my die cut tag. I'm using multi-matte medium today. This is a nice, strong adhesive that dries clear, and this is probably the only liquid adhesive that I like to use at all. I'm more of a foam squares kind of girl. I'm also going to trim my sentiment into a banner and will adhere it to my tag using foam squares. I've added a bit of black and white twine. I wrapped it around the tag and also stapled some on top. And finally embellished my card with some large clear gems from Teresa Collins. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. You can find the list of supplies to create this card in the video description and also in my blog. If you're looking for more videos using products from Spellbinders, be sure to check out the link you see on the screen. Please click the thumbs up button if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thanks. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I have new videos coming out every week. Thanks and bye.